The 20th century, an era marked with profound transformations and upheavals. It is time to delve into the most tumultuous times in human history, to unearth the roots of chaos that have germinated into a monstrous conflict, known as the Second World War. Subscribe for part 2 of this video. Now let's dive into history. In the year 1902, we find a young Italian man, Benito Mussolini, far from his homeland in the neutral grounds of Switzerland. Evading the draft, this expatriate is in search of something larger than himself, a purpose. Here, amidst the imposing Alps and the melting pot of cultures, he will find the dangerous blend of nationalism and socialism. Unbeknownst to him, he will birth the ideology that will rock the foundations of Europe: Fascism. As we fast forward to the year 1910, Italy's ambitions of establishing a strong colonial empire become evident. It sets its sight on Libya. However, a young Benito Mussolini, now an influential figure in the socialist newspaper, Avanti, finds himself wrestling with the concept of imperialism. He uses his platform to protest the actions of his homeland, unknowingly sowing the seeds of a new political ideology. We're now in the trenches of World War I, the first mechanized war of its kind. What was once the pride and glory of European empires now lies desolate and scorched. Invention of the machine gun, tanks and poison gas have escalated the human cost of conflict to an unprecedented scale. From the devastated vineyards of France to the freezing Eastern Front, millions of young lives are extinguished. Amidst the flames of this global cataclysm, the values and ideals of the old world burn away, leaving behind a fertile ground for radical ideologies to take root. Same year, Mussolini faces a life-altering challenge. Zealous support for intervention in the Great War directly opposes the core values of his socialist brethren, leading to his expulsion from the party. This event marks a paradigm shift in his life. No longer a socialist, Mussolini becomes a nationalist, planting the seed of fascism in his heart. Leap forward to 1922. Italy is in the throes of economic depression and social unrest. Seizing the opportunity, Mussolini and his black shirts march on Rome, a symbolic show of force aimed at coercing the reigning monarch. Under the immense pressure and fear of civil war, Victor Emmanuel III surrenders to Mussolini's demands and appoints him as the prime minister. This day, October 29th, 1922, marks the advent of fascism in Italy and sets a dangerous precedent in the fragile political landscape of post-war Europe. Now, let's take you to a beer hall in Munich, the birthplace of Hitler's political journey. It's 1923, and Adolf Hitler, an aspiring artist and a decorated war veteran, is captivated by the meteoric rise of Benito Mussolini. The triumphant march on Rome fuels his ambitions and strengthens his belief in a similar nationalist-socialist movement for Germany. Little does he know that his admiration for Mussolini will evolve into a powerful alliance that will lead to one of the darkest chapters of human history. We are now in 1935, and Italy's fascist regime has cast its greedy eyes on the ancient land of Ethiopia. Despite the League of Nations' half-hearted condemnations, Italy launches a full-scale invasion, employing chemical weapons in a ruthless display of power. The invasion of Ethiopia not only shatters the illusion of peace, but also serves as a sobering reminder of the collective failure of world powers to maintain it. The silence of the international community emboldens Mussolini and Hitler, paving the path to an even more catastrophic conflict. In the spring of 1939, under the menacing shadows of imminent war, Hitler and Mussolini join forces in what will be known as the Pact of Steel. This sinister alliance cements the mutual cooperation between Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy. It marks a dramatic shift in the political dynamics of Europe, throwing the continent and the rest of the world into the teeth of the storm that is the Second World War. With this pact, Hitler and Mussolini's shared dream of nationalist dominance takes a formidable shape, and the world is left at the mercy of their unbounded ambitions. And then it happened. German invasion of Poland in September 1939, spark that lit the fuse of the Second World War. The world watched in terror and uncertainty as humanity embarked on a dark journey, likes of which it had never seen before.